Third tip is new product launch. Yeah. The challenge we've all got is to, as I say, stand out, make some noise. So if you're going to do something, maybe bring together a selective group of your target audience at a really great venue, something really swanky. One of the things that we do in our organisation is we have what we call a patrons dinner, and we hold it at the House of Commons in London. Really prestigious venue. And actually the members love it. Not just because people are coming together to talk and engage, but because it's a really prestigious venue. Be an exhibitionist. Now some of you in the future, I'm sure, are going to, when I say exhibition, that doesn't mean run through the streets naked. That really means being different. Now, some of you have just arrived and you're going to make some observations about the stands you see at the show. Some of the stands at this show are absolutely great, but some of them are awful. Yeah? And the reason is they've got too much information on the stand. What is it they're trying to do? So what you're going to need to do is to stand out, understate yourself. So have images. It takes about 3 to 4 seconds to walk past the stand. I hope you agree that the EMC promotional gift stand opposite is different and unusual. We've got Simon in the audience here that's responsible for that. Engaging. Certainly have branded shirts for your staff or yourself, but don't just have your logo on. Put the name of the stand number on the back. You've noticed some of the people have got a URL code or something. Yeah, be a little bit different. How about a wheel of fortune, so that every hour you give away a gift? You can also do some pre-show marketing. I was at a show a little while ago where it's in the hotel industry, and they sent some little white key cards, you know, the sorts of things you get at hotels, and they sent those in advance. So they said, come to our stand and you could win a free hotel weekend break. So of course what they had on the stand was a miniature little door, and people came in and tried their luck at the door. And obviously a number of people won weekend breaks. And that's a good way of getting people to your stand. The two things that make a difference to your exhibition stand are the people on it and the method used to engage. So, as I said, some people make a good job of it and some people don't. I'm not sure whether this particular lady would leave a great impression if you were to walk past her. Not only has she got far too much information on her stand, but she's quite clearly asleep. And the look of the items on the desk don't exactly leave a positive impression. But the best one of all has to be this next slide. So I hope you're ready for this. Are you ready? Right, okay. Bless him is the only word I can say is bless him. This is the British Institute of Inventors, aimed at trying to inspire people. And if you were to, I know for some of you at the back that you might not see it, but he's got the face of somebody very sad. Okay. My next tip is show your credentials. Yeah, particularly important in the early stages of your business. Yeah, I want to see proof that you know what you're doing. Yeah, so you need to get your customers, your early customers, to give great testimonials to you. It might even be worth doing a free service or giving them some free product so they actually become your great advocates. If you've got accreditations, like you belong to trade bodies or you've got ISO or anything like that, then shout about it. If you've got a local business award, shout about it. One of the best things I like is a thing called fact sheets. Now effectively those are white papers, knowledge pieces. The most tradable asset on the World Wide Web is, what do you think? What do you think the most tradable asset on the web is? Right? It's knowledge. Knowledge is power. So what I did when I used to run my own promotional gift company a number of years ago, I created a series of fact sheets. One of them was how to run successful incentive trips, right? Because I did a number of different things. And what I did is I made them a free, available on request. So it wasn't information that was just there on the site, it was free, available on request. And of course by doing that, I'm capturing that data. And in the space of 6 months, I had over 200 leads. Really, really powerful, right? So what happened is, The marketing services director for Rentokil sent me an email and said, I'd like to receive this fact sheet on how to run successful incentive trips, which is a great buying opportunity, if nothing else. So I responded, and I sent the fact sheet back, and I said, Dear Grant, I hope this is of interest to you. Don't hesitate to contact me if you need me. So what was I not doing at that moment? What was I not doing? I was not selling, right? But what he sort of owes me one, because I've given him something of value. So I waited a week and I phoned him up and I said, Grant, I hope you found the information of use that I sent you. Can we get together for a meeting? And he said, I'm glad you rang. Yes, you can. Come in and see me. So we had a meeting with 2 other agencies and I won a £60,000 piece of business as a direct result of that, right? Now, the moral of the story is, how do you think this guy found me? And I'm a little company in St Ives in Cambridgeshire. He found me by typing into Google how to run successful incentive trips. He found me by typing in the problem, right? Every single one of your customers have problems, yeah? So if you're going to do a Google ad campaign, think about doing the problem, not the solution. Okay, my next tip is ask for referrals. Now, you are going to get referrals from people that like the service that you provide. The difference here is ask for them, right? And again, I use an example. I asked a lady from AstraZeneca, and I said to Zoe, Zoe, we worked together for a number of years. I hope you're pleased with the service that I've given you. Can you help me? I'm looking to promote my business further. Do you know anybody else that buys promotional merchandise? And what do you think she said? Of course, my mother is a marketing manager for XYZ, and my aunt is also a marketing manager for ABC. Would you like me to send them an email? Of course I would. And that's exactly what she did do, and I got 2 clients out of that, which didn't bother to question anything because she was recommended to me. So it made me think then about the clients that I have got, and I thought, do you know what, this is a great way of growing my business through the clients I've got. However, what I'm saying is, make sure that you've got a gift. Because if somebody's giving you a referral, send them a gift. It doesn't have to be too expensive, yeah? Because if you do that, what are you then doing? You're saying, thank you for the referrals that you've given me, and thank you for the referrals that you're going to continue to give me. And even if it's only a half a dozen people, you will find your business will grow through referral more than you can ever imagine. Okay, my next tip is direct mailings, right? I see some horror stories on direct mailings, and I'm sure you are the recipients of junk mail that comes to the post. Most of it goes in the bin. And you know why most of it goes in the bin? Because it's irrelevant. Irrelevant. Don't waste money on irrelevant direct mail. However, what you can do is you can do it in small quantities and test it. Yeah? Test market it. I did something very effective where I sent a block pad in the shape of a pill, yeah, and it had Nurofen on the side of it. So it was, yeah, that's exactly what it was, block pad with a pill branding on it. So what I decided to do is to send it to 5 pharmaceutical companies, and I sent to them. I said, Dear John, and these are people that I've been working with. So I said, Dear John, I hope you're well. I was at an exhibition recently and I thought of you. Very powerful statement. It says you're thinking of them. I was at an exhibition recently and I thought of you. I know you're often involved in drug launches. Could this work for you? And here's the price points. Out of the 5 letters I sent with that block pad, a few sheets of it, I got 3 orders out of it. 3 orders out of 5. Absolutely fantastic. So think about that. Be different. If you're going to send an envelope, put it in a gold envelope. You know, you want to stand out. Everybody does leaflets, same old, yeah? What you can do for a new customer is send them a welcome pack. And here are just a few suggestions. It could be promotional merchandise, it could be some chocolate, it could be a little leaflet, it could be all sorts of different things. There's something about receiving a box that people like, yeah? They lift it up and it looks something of value. The other thing is, when you get a customer for the first time, you are on trial. The real success of your business is going to come the second and the third order. My next tip is to incentivize them. Yeah? And I'm sure you've seen all sorts of things, particularly with restaurants, Groupon. Who's heard of Groupon? Yeah? Very, very powerful media. But you can do the same, right? I'm not a great fan of the 10% off and the 5%, or you could go into a competition. What I want to know is, if I spend some money, whatever that is, I'm going to get something. So let's just think, one of the most alluring things at the moment is an iPad, isn't it? What's an iPad, at £300 or £400? So why don't you say to a potential new customer, if you spend £5,000 with us in the next 3 months, you'll get an iPad. All you've done, and you obviously need to make sure this is profitable for you, if you were making £2,000 profit from that sale, you can easily afford the iPad. Watch and see what happens. You'd be amazed. However, you can't incentivize everybody. There are certain businesses and councils that you can't do that with. Well, all I'm saying is, don't be limited by the size of the offer.